Jocelyn Stewart, also known as the Messy Military Lawyer on TikTok, Instagram, and even here on YouTube. You can also find the website, ucmj-defender.com. If you've made it all the way past all of those military administrative processes, you've been through a command investigation, maybe they've tried to reprimand you, they've given you a terrible evaluation, you had to show cause or justify staying in administratively pursuant to a board, and now you're at the finish line and you've put in for your retirement. The last military administrative process that they can come after you for is known as a grade determination, or a determination in grade, depending upon your branch of service. This effectively says if you have derogatory information anywhere in your record, if there was an investigation that made findings against you, if you have a referred evaluation that you couldn't get out of your record, or that letter of reprimand either, and you finally made it to the point where you can retire, the military serves you notice that you must justify why it is that you should retire at the highest grade that you've achieved. Essentially, you have to articulate why it is the grade at which you have last honorably served. Now, when that comes up, it's really important that you take it very seriously. You have typically only about 30 days to respond in writing. You don't have the right to appear in front of anyone. You only have the right to submit written matters. Those matters should outline the many injustices, why it is that you actually did not commit that misconduct. You're kind of rehashing all of those old arguments, but then you're also justifying why it is that you've served at this grade and why it is that you deserve to be able to retire at this grade. We often seek out and obtain memoranda of support from people who have known you your entire career. The longer that you've been able to serve in that particular grade or rank, the more likely it is that you're going to be able to retain that rank for purposes of retirement, and more importantly, for purposes of the retirement pay. We seek out and obtain opinions from people who have evaluated you at each of those levels. If you were an 04 and you were already operating as an 05 for quite some time, we make that argument. We go back and find people who were able to observe you in each of those most senior grades and even one step down as to why it is that you were serving for many years in a position of greater responsibility, even if you weren't yet at that rank. There are a litany of arguments to be made, lots of documentation to be obtained, and even, most importantly, what you've done since the derogatory information. Were you able to lead others? Were you able to get put back into command? Were you able to demonstrate that you served and led at that grade and at that level? The longer you've served, the more quality service that you've had, and even demonstrating what you've been able to do after that derogatory information made its way into your record is going to be paramount. Make sure you find experienced counsel who know how to preserve your rights. Anybody at my firm would be happy, and we're standing by. Follow, like, subscribe. Find us as the Messy Military Lawyer, and also here as the UCMJ Defender, Jocelyn Stewart.